having a job right now doesn't help you in the long run.
5 days out of the week, 40 hours a week.
Of course, I'm gonna overthink how I end emails.
All I want to do is just be at a rave and dance.
I think I'm going to emotionally quit my job.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to the show. So glad you could be here today. We have a great show planned for you. But first, we need to thank today's sponsor. It is at Dan Funk 3476. Thank you very much, Dan, for sponsoring today's episode and for your ongoing support of the channel. And listen, I do hope that you are happy with those ongoing renovations that it looks like you're about to wrap up. So good luck with that, Dan. And I hope that you are having a great day out there in Texas. All right, we have Meme Monday to get to, and then we'll be jumping into the liberal madness, so stay tuned. Let's get on with the rest of the show. When you thought you hit a dog, dude, that's not good. Oh, thank goodness. It was just a drag queen leaving an elementary school. That's totally fine. Yes, I write it as United States of America because I don't believe in capitalism. You know, that's totally sounds like something she would say. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I think this is pretty accurate. And for anybody out there that gets triggered and might have a panic attack, well, here's a pro tip to spice that up just a little bit. When you have your panic attack, do it with a harmonica. It might be a lot more entertaining for everybody around. America has 133 million registered voters. How could 159 million votes be cast? Well, that is a valid question, but that's not important. What is important is that you're a racist. That is definitely the most important thing to anybody on the left. Identity politics rules the world. Remember when we thought the Amish were weird? I miss those days. Yeah, I miss those days too. That was definitely my time growing up as a kid. And yeah, that was like the weird, I mean, no disrespect to the Amish or the Hooderites or anybody out there rocking that lifestyle, because you guys are awesome. But because you guys are kind of totally off the grid and back in this, you know, late 70s, early 80s, that was still kind of a weird thing. So yeah, our world has definitely become way more strange and not for the better. All right, my friends, we have arrived at that liberal pool of madness. So sit back, relax, and buckle up. We're about to enter the Lib Zone.
I cannot stand how the news has been dogging Gen Z and calling them lazy for not wanting to work a 9 to 5 for the rest of their lives. Let me put it in perspective for everybody who's a little confused here, okay? I work 5 days out of the week, 40 hours a week.
What did you say?
That is insane. What you're... Look, lady, you need to pace yourself just a little bit. 40 hours a week, that's asking a lot from your employer, but okay, let's go on.
I do not make enough to live on my own. I would not make enough to pay rent, water, electric, and eat.
Well, you know what a lot of people do out there. Now, this actually might be really insane, but a lot of people actually find, you know, a spouse. For you, it'd be to get a husband, and then guess what? Your income like instantly doubles and things get a lot better. But, you know, I don't know. It's probably better for you just to stay single, right? Okay, whatever.
All by myself. I would not be capable of doing that. 20 years ago when you were getting started, you could live on your own. 20 years ago when you first started, you were able to do everything that I am now struggling to do. Let me add another perspective here. You've been working for 20 years. You have 20 years of working experience behind your belt. You have 20 years of experience in a career that has allowed you to gain raises, to get more money, to profit you in an economy that you created.
Okay, true. But here's the thing. In 20 years, you will then be in that exact same situation. You will have 20 years under your belt, 20 years of working at a job that you'll be able to get raises. So, like, what's the problem here, my dear?
You could sit here and you can call Gen Z lazy all you want, but I've been working my tail end off just to barely make it by. And respectfully, I don't want to do that for the rest of my life. I don't want.
And that kind of is the problem, you know? I mean, yeah, you gotta do something, right? I mean, you can't just. Well, I guess a lot of people do just sit around and suck off the government's teat. So, yeah, that's a problem.
Work my tail end off, wasting all of my life working just to barely be able to pay my bills. And that is what you created, not Gen Z. We're just here getting started. You've been doing it for the last 20 years. You tell me how it got ruined. We can sit here and we can call Gen Z lazy all you want, but you let the economy turn into what it did. You let it all run to hell. And now it's Gen Z's fault because we don't want to work to fix your mistakes.
So I just got yelled at for asking a very reasonable question.
Okay.
So I'm applying to go somewhere, and I just wanted to know, are there accommodations for people who struggle with time blindness and being on time, you know? And then the
No, actually, I don't know. What time blindness? Okay. That's kind of a new thing.
person I was with interrupted and acted like I was asking something else, and then when we were done, they actually started yelling at me and saying that accommodations for time blindness doesn't exist, and if you struggle with being on time, you'll never be able to get a job.
I would totally agree with that. Like all of these excuses that these the Gen Zs and it's just amazing that they just have an excuse. They have a medical condition now for everything. This chick is obviously has an issue or problem, I guess. I don't know, for being on time. Well, guess what? There's something called a clock. And most of these clocks actually have something called an alarm, which notifies you that it's time to do whatever you set that alarm for. It's not that difficult.
You know, provided you're trying your absolute best to be there. And then they're like, your stupid generation wants to destroy the workplace. And yeah, I think that a culture where workers are just cut off because they struggle with being on time.
What? Like, how could our society work if everybody was just like, whenever I get to it, I get to it, right? Nothing would get done. The economy would fall. Come on, lady.
When there's other solutions that we can look to, I think that just anybody who thinks it's okay to just treat people like that, that culture needs to be dismantled. And then I asked that person, how can you feel good about yourself upholding this kind of system?
Of having responsibility and accountability for being on time? Like, what? This generation is so cooked. I don't know.
And then to think I'm entitled. No, if people think it's okay to treat others like this, that's entitlement.
Why is it that I have to work 40 hours a week just so I can have a place to live? 40 hours a week makes me $2,000 a month, and my rent is $1,660. So I work 40 hours a week so I can have a 2-bedroom apartment. I don't know what to do. I'm not made for this.
Did you ever notice that some people in the workplace, the ones that don't do anything, they cause trouble, they do the minimal amount of work, they don't even show up some days. Did you ever notice how they're rewarded? They're rewarded by being removed from certain projects, by being removed from bigger things that require responsibility.
I've actually experienced that. Let me know in the comments if you have experienced that in your careers, because this definitely happens for sure. And fortunately, I've never been the person the person she's talking about. So, but yeah, okay, let's go on.
And the reward is they get to stay in their chair and do nothing. And those that pick up the slack, their reward, more stuff put on their plate, and then management wonders why they're so stressed out. And they sit in the chair because management doesn't know what to do with them. Instead of doing what they should do is by showing them the door, they keep them in their chair, and then they give all the responsibility to the nice people that want to do their job and want to go home at the end of the day. But management doesn't show them that they have value. They just say, get the shit done, because this dude has to stay in his chair.
Okay. This lady is reminding me of on Family Guy, the way they portray Captain Kirk. And he's always like jump cutting to different positions in his chair. I'll see if I can find a video of that, because that's exactly what she's reminding me of.
7. The Enterprise has just discovered a strange new planet in the Gamma Fallopian star system. Mr. Sulu, ahead warp 9.
So if you're good and you do all your work, you get rewarded with Schmuckley's work, who didn't do the work. So what you have to do is you have to get out, because it will suck away your mental health. You won't feel valued. And quite frankly, you deserve more. So I'll see you in the new space.
Well, lady, you were definitely very entertaining to listen to, so I appreciate you making this video for all of us to see.
I'm losing my shit. I'm losing my shit.
A lot of you are.
Everything sucks. All I want to do is just be in a rave and dance just so I can't do about anything.
What?
I'm so tired.
So it might just be me, but maybe the problem is instead of going to work, you just want to go dance at a rave. I don't think that's going to be bringing in anything to alleviate your bills, my dear.
Empty at work. Of course I'm closing my laptop at 5 p.m. on the dot. Of course I'm down to get a coffee even though I just complained about how I need to save money. Of course I'm gonna overthink how I end emails. Of course I'm gonna yap every chance I get. Of course I'm gonna act like something took me a long time when I just used ChatGPT. Of course I'm gonna raid the office snacks at the end of the day.
Well, she does have kind of a valid point. When I was working as an art director, we didn't have ChatGPT at the time. However, because of the shortcuts and stuff that I used in Photoshop and the other programs that I used to do my work, there were definitely times when a supervisor or whatever we were doing for the project, the lead would be like, hey, listen, we need this done. And how long is that going to take, right? And I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Boy, that's going to be maybe a little difficult. Let's do like maybe by the end of the day. I think I can get it done by the end of the day. And then they go away. I start working on it. And because of my work practices, my best practices, I guess you'd call it. Anyways, a lot of times when I would say it'd take like 3 or 4 hours, sometimes it definitely went that long. But the point is that because I had a system down, a lot of times if I say 3 or 4 hours, it might only take me an hour. And then in that particular job, I would kind of have some free time. You know what I mean? So it was really nice. And then I could actually go back to the lead. And if I said, oh, it's going to take 5 hours to do, and I go back at like maybe 3 hours, I'd be like, hey, listen, I was able to crank that out. So here it is, ahead of schedule. And then, of course, leadership and management were like, oh, that's totally awesome, Dave. You work so fast and efficient. So, but anyways, let's get on with it.
Having to text your manager that you're going to be late because you're taking your daughter to her first day of school and there was a lot of things going on.
Okay.
It's just like...
It's like most everybody, because they have that thing called life, right? I can understand that.
It's almost like you're a child. And like, it should just be fine to be late. Like, it literally should just be fine to be late unless it's affecting others.
No.
I think I'm going to emotionally quit my job. Like, I'm still going to work there, but I just don't think I'm going to care anymore.
All the chosen ones are unemployed right now.
Okay.
And it's a good thing because
Really?
we are in the Matrix era. The Matrix has control. They have the advantage right now.
Okay.
When the New Earth prophecy is fulfilled...
What did you say? What the f*** did you just say?
Okay, what? Now, what are you talking about? The new Earth prophecy? This guy is, I don't know. Something's wrong with this man.
All the people who are at the very bottom of the world
Mm-hmm.
are going to be at the very top. When one
Okay.
side rises, the other side falls. That's just how it's meant to be. So if you're unemployed right now, it's a good thing. Having a job right now
What?
doesn't help you in the long run. In fact, it's a waste of time.
No, it's
yes,
not.
you get to make some income and you get to have some financial freedom.
Yeah, that petty income to be able to pay for bills and things and acquire additional wealth. Who needs it? This guy is a buffoon.
But the freedom you have is in the Matrix, and it's only going to be temporary. It's not going to help you in the long run. What helps you in the long run
Okay.
is raising your frequency, raising your vibration.
Right. Okay, 320.
Statistics. Do you know what percent of Gen Z workers claim they experience burnout at work?
I get scheduled for 25 hours a week and literally about to quit.
Not 20%, not 40%, not 80%, not 90%. 98% of you experience burnout.
Every single day,
Wow.
go and work somewhere and do that 5 times a week.
How? You're in your early 20s. Watch this. 23% face unmanageable stress and 48% feel drained. According to
Wow.
a Cigna survey, Gen Z is the most stressed generation of all time. And by the way, according to 1,000 leaders that are hiring people out there, watch what they said. This is employers talking about Gen Zers. 6 in 10 employers reporting firing recent Gen Z college graduates within months of hiring them. 1 in 7 employers indicated they may refrain from hiring new graduates next year's unsatisfactory performance. 75% of companies said some or all of their Gen Z hires were unsatisfactory. 50% reported that Gen Z workers showed a lack of motivation, and 39% of Gen Zs lacked communication skills. 46% noted a lack of professionalism. This is a
Wow.
problem. If you want the future to look bright, you have a very easy chance here. 98% are burned out. You got to find a way to be here.
I really don't think I can do 3 more years of this.
Of winning? Is that what you're tired of? Oh, okay.
Like, this is actually wild.
Now, I think what is wild is that during the last administration with Biden, you were probably totally cool with everything and loving it. So I tell you, there are so many people out there, unfortunately, that have like serious mental illness. And, you know, I'm not trying to be hyperbolic, but it's totally true.
Like, really wild. And the scariest part is that there's so many people that are loving this.
I am.
All right, so let's get this straight.
Yeah.
Trump stays up half the night blasting out almost 150 social media posts, ranting about immigrants, bragging and attacking reporters, and then shows up to his own cabinet meeting the next day and literally starts dozing off 9 separate times.
Okay, first of all, who cares? Second of all, the guy literally apparently only sleeps for like 3 or 4 hours a day. I would love to see you stay up all night, being productive, and then going to, I think it was like, what, a 2.5 hour, 3 hour cabinet meeting and be perfectly alert and perfectly awake, especially when some of the things they're talking about are obviously pretty boring, but you wouldn't be able to keep up with his schedule. Most of the reporters complain that they can't keep up with President Trump's schedule. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, you're way off base. Way off base here.
Almost 6 minutes of eyes closed while the cameras are rolling.
Oh no!
But in between the naps, he somehow has plenty of energy to go after Somali Minnesotans, calling Somali immigrants garbage, saying he doesn't want them in our country, claiming they ripped off Minnesota and contribute nothing.
Claiming? Yeah, Tampon Tim lost. Well, it has to be over $1 billion, and yeah, like what is it? 40. It's over 40%. I might be low on that. Maybe it's closer to 50% of the Somalians in Minnesota are on the government teat. Now, I don't know why I keep on saying teat. That's the second time. But they're on the dole, right? They're taking resources away from actual citizens of the United States that would benefit. Like, anyway, this lady is an idiot.
Talking about sending ICE after them in Minnesota like it's a war zone instead of a community.
Okay, listen, where were you during Obama? Because Obama, we all know that he deported way more many people than President Trump has been able to so far during his presidency. So you didn't raise an eyebrow during his administration. But oh my gosh, the heavens are falling now. Hell has frozen over. The Antichrist is in charge, and immigration is just the worst thing that they've ever seen in their entire life. It's probably worse than the Holocaust in their minds, because they're obviously mentally ill.
So just to recap the vibe.
Yeah.
Too exhausted to stay awake in a cabinet meeting about actual policy, but wide awake when it's time to dehumanize Black Muslim immigrants who built entire neighborhoods in Minnesota.
Yeah, that's one of the problems. They have whole entire sections locked down, and it's no longer, it doesn't look like America anymore. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not just talking that you have, you're looking at Somalians, but the whole entire infrastructure of those areas have been completely changed, and not for the better.
This isn't law and order. It's sleep-deprived bigotry with a flag on top.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Oh, everywhere has immigration laws. You can't just move wherever you want and just live there in any country.
Huh?
But what if I think that's...
Okay. What is up with that finger? It's like, is it broken? Looks like it should be broken, but okay, anyways.
It's also bad and stupid and wrong and dumb.
Why is that dumb?
What would be the worst thing that would happen if everyone just lived where they wanted to live?
That would be like complete chaos.
Something that couldn't also just be solved with another law.
Or a border. I don't... I'm just shooting from the hip there, but that could work as well.
This is stupid. It's all just like what people claimed land thousands of years ago, and now we have to follow these arbitrary borders.
Yeah, that's how it works. No?
It's stupid. Just go. Let people live where they want to live. Straight up. We're all adults. We're all adults. We'll figure it out.
It's no longer about being on the left or the right. It's about either being normal or bat crap crazy. That's totally true.
Great if you keep it the fuck up.
That's what we do.
That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, whatever.
So I need you to mind your business, because nobody was talking to you, cracker.
That's my wife
I don't give a
right
nobody was talking to her either. I could look wherever the I want to look. Nobody want to look at your ugly ass anyway. Let them out. Y'all look like y'all sit in water and vinegar all day. Look at y'all.
But what you do is when you train them,
Pale.
you do it
And dirty. And stink.
When she does bad,
Smell like wet dog.
Wow.
Look at this dog here. Look at it.
correct it.
Look.
All right. And
This.
Okay, this woman is absolutely filled with hate, and if this is legitimate, she is a straight up hateful racist. And I just love how this guy is just like, whatever, totally blowing her off, not even listening to her. And she just looks like an idiot, continuously degrading him and mocking him. And she just looks like an absolute retard. I'm sorry, but that is what she's looking like right now. What an awful person. She is an awful.
Look at the shoes.
right.
So what?
When you get done correcting,
You feel me?
what you do is
Did you just admit to discriminating against people during your hiring process?
100%. I hire hundreds of people. If there is a septum ring that comes in, it's a hard pass for me. Okay, well, that's that. I guess I don't think a septum ring is a what is it? A protected class. So I don't think it matters if that comes into play on the decision. I mean, it is ultimately the company's decision if they want to hire you or not.
Publicly? In TikTok comments?
Yeah.
Dude, yikes.
Something that able-bodied people often look down on disabled or chronically ill people about is the fact that most of us cannot bathe or shower more than like a few times a week. Like, I think it's been like 2, maybe 2.5 weeks since I have had a bath right now. And let me tell you, I feel disgusting. It's not that we don't want to bathe, because like I very much wish I could take a shower every day, but
wait, you can't even step over the bathtub, or if you have a walk-in shower, that's even easier. That should not be a problem. I don't care how heavy you are. I mean, I guess maybe if you're completely like disabled and you can't walk and stuff, that's one thing, but she looks like she might just be, you know, stewing in her heaviness. And but at least she's got a nice nose ring she's rocking. So I mean, she's got that. She can do that. And she can also, you know, take the time to get the camera and set it up and make this. I don't even know what I don't know what the purpose of this video is, but okay.
Bathing for me is a whole ordeal. Because, like, the bathroom is too bright, so we gotta move a light in to do red or very dark orange lighting for my sensory issues.
Okay, I mean, that's whatever, but you can do that. You're obviously rocking the red light right now, or orange, or whatever it is. So that shouldn't be an obstacle.
My wife has to bathe me. I can't.
Wow, shocker. Her wife. Okay.
Do it myself, so we're reliant on her work schedule as well for this.
Reliant on her work schedule? What does that have to do with anything? I mean, at the very least, you can take a bath or take a shower when she gets home. And I'm pretty sure she gets home every day. So I don't see what the problem. Okay, anyways.
And then for the entire rest of the day, I have to lay in bed in a dark room.
Of course.
Feeling horrifically nauseous and deeply ill because
you're mentally ill, obviously. And I don't understand how so many people in this younger generation have so much mental illness, so many physical calamities that, you know, are placed on their shoulders. It's weird. And I think it's more than just the mainstream media. I don't know. Is this just one big, huge psyop against this generation? And they're just effing with their minds somehow? I don't understand it.
The heat and the humidity and all of the movement and the sensory stuff is just, it all compiles into a horrible crash. So if you are able-bodied and you don't entirely understand why people with chronic illnesses or disabilities cannot shower like you every day, I hope you watch the video and ask some questions if you need and all that, because
I do have
this
questions.
channel is for education, so, you know.
I don't think she's actually telling the truth that she hasn't showered in 2 weeks, because just looking at her hair, that is not hair that has been not washed for 2 weeks. If I went 2 weeks, my hair would just be literally dripping grease. It would be so disgusting.
They say post the real shit, so here's the real shit. I am
Okay,
leaving
thank
this
you,
country, the United States, in 213 days.
Thank goodness. See you later, lady. Okay, but let's hear now why she has to leave the country, because I'm sure it's just absolutely horrific. Let's take a listen.
My son and I.
You know, and she's leaving with her son. Does her son really want to leave? Probably not.
We're moving there. And I am spending day after day researching schools, where to live, how to afford this, visas, taxes.
Okay. Is that weird that she is clearly, I mean, she's clearly in her late 40s, probably early 50s. Is it just weird that she has so many piercings in her ear? She probably has a similar amount in her other ear. Is that just weird to be rocking that look when you're so old? I don't know. I think it's kind of strange.
Everything.
Oh, she does
and
have...
I'm angry. I'm angry because...
Oh, okay, she just has like one piercing in the other ear, so that's cool, but I don't know, it's just weird. That's like these guys that are in their 40s, late 40s, early 50s, and they're still dressing like they're 20, like they're all tattooed and still dressing goth and everything when they're in their 50s. It's kind of strange.
I shouldn't have to. I shouldn't have to leave this place. I shouldn't have to walk away.
And don't.
From everything I know. But between, I mean, my son got death threats in school recently.
What? What? Why on earth would your son get death threats in school? What? Okay, there is definitely some context that we don't have there. Yes, I never received a death threat in any of my schooling. So that's kind of weird. Okay, I think, anyways, okay, let's go.
And we know what that can escalate to, and of course the schools aren't handling it the way they should.
Of course.
Between looking for jobs for, you know, month after month after month, with everything that's going on, with what they're doing to immigrants, with
oh yeah, there it is. There it is.
what we
Come
are
on.
doing to other countries. I can't be here anymore. I can't breathe here.
What? Wait a minute. Did she just say I can't breed? I think you're kind of past the point of breeding, my dear. So I don't know. I don't know why that's even an issue. Why would you even bring that up? That's kind of okay. That's strange.
I am sitting here though worried because I've got 2 other kids who are in college here, you know, and they're not ready to leave. And I want to make sure that I've got a place where they can make a soft landing if they need to get out. I am dealing with all of this, and none of us should have to. And I know that there are people that can't leave, and I'm sorry. I am. That doesn't mean you get angry at those who can. I also empathize with the countries that are being inundated with immigrants. I am sorry.
But you're actually going to be one of those immigrants going into another country. I mean, because as soon as you go into another country, you then become an immigrant. You do realize that, right? So you're actually talking about yourself?
Sorry. But I grew up in an immigrant-heavy city. I loved it. I loved the diversity and everything. I'm not trying to ask anyone to assimilate to me. Okay? I am moving, and I expect to fully have to assimilate into that culture.
That is a very interesting point. Even though she's obviously, you know, an awful, she still says and has the mindset that if she moves to another country, she's going to have to assimilate into that country so that she can like live a normal life. And that is really the crux of the problem, because most of these people coming over have no desire to assimilate. They have no desire to get swirled around in that melting pot that is the United States. So, I mean, she's proof of what should happen, but obviously has not happened here in America for quite a long time now.
As much as I possibly can. But
yeah,
for 1 second, understand why people are leaving. This isn't just like a gimmicky thing. I'm not just leaving because like, ooh, Spain's cool. I mean, it is, and it's beautiful. But that's not it. We're literally escaping fascism. And you're not here, and I know you're not privy to everything that people are going through here. And we can talk about that on other videos, but I am just telling you, this is becoming an absolutely inhospitable place for people.
Brother.
And it's time to go.
Pete Hegseth, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney. If you can't afford one will be provided to you. Those are your rights. Saying that the strike was intended on hitting the boat and not the people is totally unjustifiable and unacceptable.
But wait! There's more!
I am calling upon the Democrats to initiate impeachment proceedings immediately.
So we're really going to go down that road again? Really? Impeachment? Yeah, I don't think so. Where was this ire and outrage when President Obama was literally killing Americans abroad with drones? I mean, he had thousands of drone strikes during his presidency. He even tagged or tapped and probably double tapped a wedding out there in the Middle East just to get one person. And how much collateral damage was there? I think probably a lot. But of course, when Obama does it, the left are like, oh my gosh, he's so great. He's our hero. He's protecting democracy and keeping America safe. But when President Trump actually kills really bad guys, narco-terrorists, oh yeah, it's a war crime, of course. Man, these people are such hypocrites. Is this the 35th or 36th time they've tried and failed? I don't know. Maybe it's like the 40th time? I'm not sure. Then don't do that anymore. That's pretty simple advice. If you don't want to get blown up, don't run drugs to the United States. It's pretty simple. I hope this is satire, because if not, this is some weapons grade retardation. I think you went full retard.
You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.
It's time for Dave's Detox. Okay. Oh, that's a good guard dog.
This is too cute. I've never seen this.
Aww. That's pretty awesome. Yeah, I don't think that, oh gosh. That's not good. Okay. That would be terrifying for the cat. Oh no. Hey, buddy. Nice. That was a good catch. What is good? Oh gosh. Is that someone's pet iguana? She's out of there. All right, buddy. I'm with you. Oh, geez. It's going inside. Nice. Oh, geez. Wow, they both barely escaped. All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed the show today, and thank you to all those that subscribed, and if you hit that thumbs up, I do appreciate it. Now listen, there's going to be a couple of videos popping up around me in just a second. I think you'll enjoy them. And until the next episode, stay safe, know that you're loved and appreciated. And until we meet again, have a great day.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear.